Hello everyone, this is Diane. I have a surprise haul to show you. So let me tell you a quick story. I saw on Facebook that there's a Chandler's Market. It's an antique vendor mall. And right next to that, connected to the same building, is a thrift store. And that's where I've gotten my thrift items that aren't flea market items. So anyway, the Chandler's Antique Market was announcing that they had a booth opening today, Saturday morning, as I'm filming this, it's Saturday. And it would be craft supplies, paper craft supplies. And they specifically mentioned scrapbook paper, stamps, and dies. And I don't know if they mentioned other things, but obviously that got my attention. And they were opening this morning. And I was bummed because I had a class reunion to go to. The last class reunion I went to was 25 years ago. So, and I had already said I would go. So I went to the class reunion and I actually got to leave sooner than I expected. It was in the afternoon because we had it outside. At one of my classmates, they have a cabin on a pond. And so that's where it was. And the people I rode with, because I didn't know the way to the pond, they had to leave. They're farmers and they had to leave early. So I was like, I don't care. I'm glad. So I met them partway there and left my car and then rode with them to the pond. So anyway, I got my car. I came back to the valley and I went right past my turnoff to come to my house. And I went right to this antique mall. And I looked around and looked around, and I just kept walking until I found this tiny, tiny little booth area. Smallest booth in the store, I think. And there were already 3 or 4 ladies in there. And there was so much stuff in that booth. I couldn't even believe it. And she has more to bring, and she's going to be having a yard sale at her house in Spencer. I don't think I'll be going to look at that. But she has more to bring. She bought a lady's craft supplies who was moving. And this lady told her, they helped the lady move. And the lady told her that she became more addicted to collecting than to crafting. So when something new came out, she said it wasn't a question of should I get it or not. It was a question of when will I get it. She had a lot of Stampin' Up! Because she had been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So I had a hard time looking at stuff because everything was just cram-packed and there were other ladies in there. We were being very friendly and chatting with each other and stuff. It was very friendly. And it was overwhelming. So I got some stuff and paid for it. And now I'm going to show it to you. And I can go back. They said that she'll be replenishing that stuff for years. So I'll just go back and maybe the next time I go it won't be so full. But I just want to show you what I got. First of all, after I looked through that stuff and paid, I went next door to the thrift store and I just got this because I can attach the bales that allow you to hang things on these little tiles. So that's what I'm going to do with those. And I'm thinking I'll glue the bales to some and then put them in my shop with the bales attached so you can use them on your spines. So you saw this fall out of the bag. Some of the prices were kind of high, but mostly they were really good prices. This wooden stamp set was $5, and it's a groovy 70s or 60s stamp set, which I could have used, but I'll be doing more of those. Hippie birthday. Flower Power Volkswagen. This reminds me of the flowers on the set of the dating game. So $5 for that set. Look what I found. A tab punch. Yes, I have a tab punch, the Stampin' Up! One. But I always wonder if that one, it's creaky, but it still cuts. It doesn't have any problem cutting. Oh, this isn't, cuts it in 2 pieces. I thought it shows it like that, so it's deceptive. So I guess you'd have to put a folded piece of paper in there to cut it to a tab punch shape. And I got this punch. Let me get a scrap. Got some scraps here. So it does that kind of. I have something like this, but it's a different shape, and I like this round shape. And this is Stampin' Up, I think. No, it's EK Success. I'll show you all the punches first. So then I got this other Stampin' Up whale tail tab. And I ended up getting both of them because I thought maybe I would sell one in my shop. And this one isn't creaky like mine. So I think I'm going to keep this on standby for if my other one dies. So that's that one. So maybe I'll put this one in my shop. I think that's all the punches that I got. There were some inks and other kinds of, there were glitters and all kinds of stuff, but I couldn't even look through those baskets very well. I did get a mustard seed distress oxide because I don't think I have a yellow. What the heck is that? I've never seen that on an ink pad. Now I have to get something to wipe my finger off. I didn't look at it. Have you ever seen that? I'll have to try to clean that off. Anyway, I got that, and I got a vintage photo because I use this all the time. I hope it works. And I got a Memento Black and a Versamark. I use this for embossing. And I recently bought this one, and it's already getting dirty. And this one's still wrapped, so I think I can set that aside and have it for when I need a clean one. Oh, I got one more punch. It's a big flower. And this one was $15. So this is what I meant about some of the prices were high for, you know, not being, most of the stuff was brand new, but this one looks like it was used. But this lady isn't a crafter. She's not a paper crafter. She does house clean outs. I like that. And so she, you know, purchased this lady. She has said she has a couple of storage units full of craft stuff. And so she's not a crafter, so she doesn't know what's discontinued and what's not. So she just priced everything the same. This is metallic gilding powder polish, and I have a gold and I think a metallic blue. So I got this, and there might have been, I think there was a purple, but I didn't buy that because I'm not into the purple. And I think it's good. I opened it to make sure. I got this package of tags with the eyelets, different size tags. This is Paperbilities. I've never heard of that. I got these blades for my paper cutter. I found one pack with the style that I need for my trimmer. And I'm on my last blade right now. So that worked out. She charged me $2 for a ink applicator with some of the foams. This is Distress Oxide. I don't think I have these, the sprays. And it was $5 for this pack. I got a die set, which I thought was pretty cool. I hope that I like the way it turns out. It looks very pretty. It's got 3 lacy triangles. And this, wonder if this goes with this. Looks like this is bigger. I didn't buy it for that reason. I really liked this with the different patterns on the petals. So all the dies and all of the stamp sets were $5. Oh yeah, this does not match. There probably was a die to go with this at some, in the catalog. I don't think it was there. I got this background stamp with lacy flowers. I guess it's just flowers. No, it does look lacy. It says something lacy is the name of the stamp, and it doesn't look like it was used. I got a stamp block. There were lots of stamp blocks, and I told you that I am missing one size, and it might be this size. I'll have to check and make sure, and then go back with a little more knowledge of what I need, but I like these. I found this just laying on the floor, so I picked it up because I thought it was cute, and it was marked $2. These little chipboard letters kind of look like typewriter letters, but they're colors instead of blacks. A couple of things. The vendor that was filling up the space, she has another booth there, and I didn't even look at it. I guess she does repurposed furniture, or she buys furniture and fixes it up and sells it. So I didn't even look at that booth. But anyway, she was there while we were all chatting and browsing through her stuff, so she could answer our questions. And so when I was ready to go up front, she didn't have everything stickered like that. So she told us to let her know when we were ready, and she would go up with us. But instead, she decided to just go through the basket. Like, I had a basket full of stuff, and I went through the basket with her, and she told me what the prices were, and if anything was too high, I could tell her I didn't want it. But I didn't have her take anything out. I was happy with all the prices. So then she just went up and told the cashier my total. So anyway, I got this Tim Holtz pack of distress tags for $4, and it's 20 tags. So $4 for 20 tags might be a high price, but these are sturdy. They're a little thicker than the regular shipping tags that you can buy. So anyway, as she was going through my basket and telling me prices, she just threw that in. She said, "You can just have this." There were 2 or 3 things that she did that with. And these are die cut. I think the crafter die cut these, because there's no labeling on it. So they're just some viney green things that I can use in collages. Aren't they fun? I love them. And I think she threw this in also. And maybe this one. I'm pretty sure she just tossed 3 things in. There was a whole bunch of baggies full of flower pieces, so I just looked for the ones that were flat. And I got this square die set. I do have squares, but this has the little holes for an extra decorative element. It's marked $16.99 from Hobby Lobby, but it was $5. I thought I had a die set. I think I lost the die set on my way to the register, or it was a die. I don't mean a die set. It was dies. It was tags, nesting tags, and they had circles, the holes around them too. So I must have lost it out of my basket before she tallied everything up for me. Okay, so anyway, you saw those flowers, and I got more flowers. So this one has some fall colors. I see some felt in there, I think. Oh, yeah, they are felt, but they're kind of slightly molded into a shape. So these can be layered and made into pretty little elements to use in journals. And this is the same thing in blues and greens. This is a collection, an assortment. So some of these bags of flowers were 1 and some were 2. This one was probably 2. There's a lot of flowers in here. And this one, and this card. I won't use that. And probably not that one, because they're too 3D. TOO 3D. Oh, those are pretty. This one might have been 2. I don't know. I don't remember, but I know some were 2, but most were 1. And I didn't object to any of it. Some slipped out. Are they paper? Yeah, those are paper. I like them. Lots of colors, shapes, sizes in there. It's an assortment pack. I really like the colors of these. So that's all the flowers. And I got some paper, which I don't need. I got, and she charged me $5 for most of the papers. I think she only charged me $2 for this because she was adding in her head as she was giving me prices, and she needed to get to an even number, a 0 or a 5. That's not even, but you know what I mean. So you can count by 5s. So she just charged me 2 to get it up to the next 0. So that was a really good deal. $2 for all of this mulberry paper. I got 1 Christmas pad, and I think she charged me $3 for this because it's not 12 by 12. Good deal. It's pretty full. Sugar and Spice Studio. I've never heard of that. It says made in China. But look how cute. Got 3 of each sheet. Gingerbread. Merry Christmas. The Santas with ribbon candy and candy canes, lollipops. Lots of owls. So I was thinking, as I'm looking at all of that overwhelming supply, and I can't imagine what is to come. It was marked $12.99, but originally, but $2. I think she cut something that was sitting on top. And what she said about being addicted, more addicted to collecting than to crafting, and I think that's something we really need to be careful of. So, like I said, she had a lot of Stampin' Up! Paper. This one is American Crafts. That's cute. And these were all, there were some open packages, like these are loose papers, and this was an open package behind here somewhere. There's an open package, and she bundled them all together for me and charged me, I don't know, $3 or $5, something like that. So I think these went along with this and this, because these were all open. So I didn't pay more than $5 for all of those. So these are just generic patterns, but pretty colors. This one is all by itself, actually. It's the only paper in here. But I thought it was pretty. I like the colors. And this is called Walk in the Park. I don't know how old this paper pad is. And this was another open one called Sweet Always. So I know that some of this is used. It's not a full pack. Love that. That's a scrap of that. And then these are not even open. I'm just going to slit them so I can see what they are. She had other papers besides Stampin' Up! Too. Did I say she was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator? This is called Manchester. So it's probably just manly stuff. Plaids, yeah. Plaids, argyles, stripes. Best year ever. That's pretty. Kind of a stylized flower. I like that. That's a good one. And I liked the bright colors here. It's called Sweet Taffy. Wow, that's bright. And I like the colors here. That's why I bought these, because I like the colors. It's called Loves Me. This one is not a full pack, I can tell by the thickness of it. It was probably released for Valentine's. And I think that's all of the Stampin' Up! But then I got some other paper pads. You don't get a lot with a Stampin' Up! Paper collection. They don't come on a tablet. I think you only get 12 papers. Doesn't even say. But I also got, I'm going to save the best two for last. I got this one from Simple Stories called Snap Color Vibe. And again, it's just a lot of patterns in different colors, and it is double-sided, and some cut-apart things. This is a cut-apart. It looks like little tabs on files. Some little bingo-type cards. And I got two Bow Bunny tablets. These are 48 papers, and they were single-sided. $5 for this pad. Even the big pads were $5. I thought she had said the full pads would be $10. Did I say what this was called? Enchanted Garden. It's got berries and stuff too. There's a stone floor. Pretty colors. There's a little gnome. I like the door. This looks like tiles on a floor. I like the mushrooms that are, they look like collage, like the stems are book text, book page. It's really cute. Some cut aparts. And the other Bow Bunny one is Time and Place Collection. So this one reminds me of Graphic 45 with the calendar type of pages. This is a December page. So here is a little calendar. Then there's a border and some stamps, all these little cutout things. This just reminds me of something that Graphic 45 would do, but it is white. On the back. There's November. October. Isn't that neat? And like I said, I don't know how old any of these are. And then it repeats. But it is Bow Bunny Time and Place. I don't know if you could find it still. Then my two favorites are this one. Trying to see, oh, Echo Park. Oh, Happiness is Homemade. I guess that's the name of the kit. Yeah, Happiness is Homemade. It's got some cut out of it. Maybe just that was cut out. And that. Which is fine. And there's stickers that go with it. A couple stickers are missing. Got beaters. The little hand beater. The colors are nice. Look at that. That's so pretty. I didn't even look at these papers at all, these last two. I didn't look at them. I saw what they were and I grabbed them. These are fun. And the last one is also Echo Park Country Kitchen. Love the rooster there. This was purchased somewhere for $6.99. That was a really good deal. So that might have been someplace like, I don't know. No place I ever shop at. But it was marked for $5 at the store. Oh, love that. Cut aparts. Recipe card shape. So it looks like two of each. Something was cut out there. It says Farm Fresh. That was cut out. Very nice. So that's what I got at this tiny, tiny little crowded booth. But what a good deal I got on all these things. Tell me what you like the best. I think you would have had a ball going through that stuff like I did. So I hope you enjoyed looking at all of this with me. I thought it was kind of fun, and I was careful. I didn't pick up too many stamps or dies. I really wanted, I was looking at dies. I just love dies. I wanted to look at the dies, but there were a lot, but not that many I wanted. Kind of bummed that I don't have the tag one, but that's okay. It'll probably be gone the next time I go, and that's okay. I don't need it. So I will see you in whatever my next video is going to be, and I hope that you're having a creative day. See you soon. Bye.